I went through more than 4,000 videos from successful personal finance YouTubers to figure out a content strategy as a newbie who wants to get into this niche. Hi, I'm Leslie. I've worked as a research analyst for 4 years before pivoting into software test engineering. I've recently become interested in the personal finance space on YouTube, so I've tried researching it. In doing so, I've discovered some insights that can help a new creator create their content strategy. Before jumping into the insights, here are some context of the data preparation process for anyone who might want to do their own analysis on other creators. I've gathered the raw data using YouTube API. To categorize the videos, I've tokenized the video title, removed stop words such as is, the, and a, words that are informative. I then created a category tree based on the useful keywords. A category tree is a way to organize the subject. Here is a subset of the category tree to help you understand the idea. In personal finance, we have content that help you make more money, such as investing and side hustle. Content that help you spend less, such as credit card optimization and financing. And neutral content such as news and concepts. Once the category tree is defined, the videos are categorized accordingly and the data preparation is complete. The limitation of this approach is that some content might be classified under multiple categories. In such scenarios, I opted for the deepest category tree for more specificity. However, they might not always be the best classification. Using this title as an example, my approach would classify this title as CPF, which has a depth of 5. While the classification is not wrong, ETF investment would be a better classification as the main subject is S&P 500. Through a random sampling of 400 videos, the accuracy is about 75 to 85%. It is not perfect, but good enough for an initial analysis. With the data ready, the next step is to set up a dashboard for exploration. I'm mainly interested in learning what are the best performing categories, what are the performance trends, and how strong are the competitors. To achieve this, I've set up a tree map, where the size of each box is the total views and the color represents video count. This way, we can visually identify which are high potential categories, big boxes with light colors. Next, I've set up a bubble chart, where the size represents number of videos in each category and the color represents different channel. This way, I can easily visualize the supply across channels. If a channel produced a lot of videos, then it might be difficult for newcomers to overcome their authority in the space. If a category has low video count across all channels but still have good total views, then it might be a potential gap. I've also set up a time series area graph to visualize content and views trend across the years. Finally, I've added channel stats and video details to provide context when exploring the data. First up, we can broadly split the video categories into 4 buckets. Assuming videos with low views have low demand, we can focus on the categories with high views. Assuming categories with more videos means more supply, we can focus on categories with less videos, which should result in less competition. A quick scan gives us an arbitrary sweet spot of 70 videos as the upper limit and 20 million views as the lower limit. By setting these parameters as filters, we are left with these 7 categories. Collaboration style videos such as the following is one of the top performing categories. However, the performance is highly dependent on the guests. In fact, collaboration style videos are so popular, there's channels that are dedicated to interviewing different guests such as The Diary of a CEO and Iced Coffee Hour. As a newcomer in the space, without network, without any form of value proposition, without any form of unique expertise, I don't think this is a category that I can focus on in the beginning. Luxury spending videos is another high-performing category. Currently, most videos covers high-end cars, watches and properties. The view count is proportionate to the cost of the luxury purchase, and the top performing videos are all collaboration videos, which further support the idea that collaboration videos performs well. Based on the luxury purchases, the target demographics appears to be young male, driven by ego or status purchases. Given my lack of interest in this field, this is a category that I won't focus on. Next, we have investment videos that cover specific equities. Here we can see an interesting trend. While the video count remains consistent, the view count appears to be cyclical, with low view count in 2020 and 2022. In 2020, we have the doomsday prophecy due to the pandemic, and in 2022, we have the start of a bear market. Another interesting observation here is how Tesla videos outperform other equities, which makes sense in hindsight given how rapidly the stock price went. If we were to assume we are in a bull market right now, and given that Nvidia is one of the best performing equities currently, it makes sense to have a regular content schedule centered around Nvidia. Videos covering millionaires or talking about becoming a millionaire is another category with high views, and had grown rapidly in 2023. Off the top of my mind, Noah Kagan is probably the biggest player in this niche, with his Asking Millionaire series and even publishing the $1 Million Weekend. Given my current standing, I don't think I can compete in this area unless I frame it from a beginner's perspective, documenting my way towards $1 million. Next, we have business videos started by Humphrey. The videos are mostly short form, so there might be a gap in the long form space. Once again, if we think about business videos, then the biggest player that comes to mind would be Alex Hormozi. Similarly, I don't see how I can compete in the space other than a beginner's perspective. Habits video is also doing well, although the entire category is skewed by Nisha's Accountant Explained series. The key takeaway here is the value of having appropriate credentials for your chosen content category. Alex Hormozi built and invests in businesses. Nisha is an investment banker with accountancy qualifications. So what can I use to form a unique perspective in the space? What are the skills that I have? What are the credentials that I have? What are the experience that I have? 4 years of research analyst experience, 2 years of software engineer experience, 3 years of software testing experience. The $1 million question is, how can I bring value to the personal finance space with these experiences? Finally, we have the passive income niche, which appears to be in a decline since 2021. Most of the videos here are framed around making 10K a month with the lowest effort, lowest investment, lowest risk. I assume people are getting sick and tired of the bold claims. Or perhaps as the creators grow, their content simply become unrelatable to the average person looking to build their income sources. If the cause of decline is the latter, then a newcomer with a small passive income source might have a shot of good performance, or at least be relatable. To sum it up, here are some potential content strategy a newcomer could adopt. Quoting Nate Black's YouTube positioning, it makes sense to position the channel as a hero journey by documenting the journey of building a business and aiming for the goal of making $1 million in profit. Taking inspiration from Nisha, it makes sense to frame our content around our unique skills, credentials, and experience. If you have the network, use collaboration to reach a bigger set of audience. If you have the interest in cars, watches, and high-end property, those might be a good core content. If you don't have the network nor interest in luxury goods, equities would be your best bet, but they are highly affected by market conditions. Passive income seems to be performing poorly, but without knowing the root cause, it's an unknown wildcard. it might be worth trying out a few videos here to see if it works out. While these insights are useful, they are far from perfect because of a key factor: survivorship bias. I've been focusing on successful channels in the analysis, which is a huge logical fallacy. That's why I'm currently gathering data on small personal finance channels. The analysis will either support, refute, or have no relation with the findings in this video, so if you are interested in that, subscribe and turn on the notification bell.